welcome back. Now I did come on over to the Tyrell District just to see what we have available here while we're doing the rounds, and we do have a sub-event. Interesting. So, let's see about getting the rounds done so then we can also see the sub-event and see about that other quest we've got available over in the Seiden District. That's the plan anyway. Let's get going with this. So let's start in here then.
Please step on up.
Oh, indeed. Wait, what's this about an educational visitation? They do that kind of stuff over in Aramis? Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Would have loved to do something like that when I was younger. What's stopping you doing it now? Like, what? What am I thinking? I'm a part-time pro. That's my reality. Can't let myself get hung up on what could have been when I have stuff to do. I've got to focus on my job and keep my eyes on the future, especially for my little brother. Like, surely you can still do stuff, though. No? Okay. Fine. Sometimes I hear those older kids in the uniform say something about Alsame. Why? What are they talking about? Are they going somewhere? They talk about cities and countries, too. I've seen students in those uniforms before. I was trying to figure out if they were going on a trip, but it sounds like there's some sort of special visit. I do worry about sending students off by themselves, but I must admit, I'm intrigued. We don't do things like that in the Central East. I did a few trips with the school when I was at school. That's how I learned how to ski. It's fun. I overheard an Aramis student discussing an upcoming educational visitation being put on by the school. I suspect that's the annual autumn trip. The reception to their destination varies depending on its reputation and general circumstances. I'm looking forward to hearing how this year's fares. I'm sure that come wintertime, the students will be buzzing about the school festival as well. Oh, okay. Aramis events are always entertaining, worthwhile affairs. There's something of a seasonal institution in these parts.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Frappe? No.
We await your next visit.
A frappe. Nothing from you. Okay. Just triple dot. Just a triple dot. Judging me. I think you know why. Because of the frappe. Oh, hi there, everyone. Hey, Anias. You on the clock right now? I hope your boss is looking out for you. She can handle herself just fine without me babysitting. Anyway, what are you kids up to? We were just talking about next week's school event. Julian's an exchange student, so we wanted to answer any questions he might have about it. Also, going over the merits of each plan, as well as their budgetary needs. Everything's still up in the air, though. We haven't exactly settled on anything yet. Whoops. Why am I not surprised? Not that I'm in any position to criticize. Well, at least you all seem to be enjoying yourselves. For sure, chances like this don't come around often. So we're taking our time. I'm going to ask Julian for some advice to see if he can help me figure out where to go next. I wasn't able to go to Farbad to see the film festival, so I want to visit some place that's movie related. Can't really think of anywhere in particular, no matter how hard I try. One of my favorite movies takes place in Cray, but that's not really somewhere I have in mind this time. Well, I'm really glad I decided to study abroad in Calvert. All the alumni I've met have been really kind people. Some people thought this trip was a little premature just because diplomatic relations are only normalized again on paper, but I don't care. I'm just grateful I have this opportunity to spend meaningful time with other students like this at all. If he's talking about diplomatic relations, I'd put my money on him being Erebonian. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, do we know this Julian? Yes, he is. He's an exchange student who just came to our school this year. Can't always be easy living here, but otherwise we all get along with him great. Perfect driver too. Wait. When you're on the student council, it's always important to be there for people when they need advice. Oh, And it's equally important to take a breather too. We try to work in some fun when we can. Oh, that's good at least. The most infamous people mentioned in Perfect Crimes by perfect perpetrators have got to be this mysterious society it mentions. They travel across the continent, masterminding all manner of schemes and conspiracies. Sounds a bit far-fetched to me. It says that their existence was first confirmed with the incidents that took place in Liberl about 5-ish years ago. And again, it's like 5 years. The technological development in this world is just staggering. They sound amazing, but so little is known about them. It's hard to even fantasize about them. What a shame. A shame, you say? If only you knew them. If only you knew them. Good grief. Can't go down there yet? Question mark? I was so scared for Maria when I heard she'd gotten kidnapped in Tharbad. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like she's traumatized about it or anything. I believe she's still the same old Marielle. She's even snagged herself a big story for the road. I'm so proud of her. I realize she's pretty strong in her own way. She never loses heart and always keeps her eyes looking straight ahead. You did a good job, Marielle. Your write-up on Tharbad has made a pretty big splash. Oh, well done. Looks like I made the right call to send you out there. You really think so? Aw, thanks, Chief. I guess that means I'm that much closer to being on his level. I have my concerns about how fixated you are on that man, but I'll put those worries off to the side for the time being. It's safe to say that what you've accomplished is going to help you grow even more as a reporter. But never forget, a journalist's true worth is found in what they do when they've confronted the unexpected. Just keep trying to improve so that even when you're caught by surprise, you'll make all the right decisions. Understood. I'll make you proud.
Alrighty.
A lot of stuff went down while I was in Tharbad, but I got a great article out of it. It was all worth it in the end. I wonder if Dingo's read it yet. That made me happy. When I heard Marielle had been kidnapped, I was worried it would traumatize her and dampen her spirits. Yeah, she's strangely resilient. But she got right back on her feet and wrote up a top-notch article. I had nothing to be worried about after all. Her drive never ceases to amaze. Can't wait to see where her bright future takes her. It's kind of worrying in a way, like, you seriously not traumatized at all? Like, maybe you need to see a therapist? No? Okay. I won't deny that woman's article is making waves, but when you get down to it, she's just happened to be at the right place at the right time. So? If a cub like her gets that look get to her head, she's going to be in for a world of hurt later. The keys to a long career as a reporter are both connections and a healthy amount of duplicity. Don't think I like him. Don't think I like him at all. Alright, let's check what's around here.
How about
Swing
some nice
by.
cold ice cream?
How about it? Maybe it's just me, but I feel like that popcorn seller's been staring at me a whole lot lately. Wonder what his deal is. Wait a minute. Does he think of me as a rival? Is he challenging me to a vend-off? Well, if that's the case, challenge accepted. I put so much research and effort into my sweets, there's no way I'll lose to some popcorn.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for shopping.
Oh dear. Might just be my imagination, but I feel like I've been seeing more girls in school uniforms lately. Maybe Aramis is gearing up for some event. There are plenty of girls with modelling potential, but it's not exactly easy to get the school to go along with it. Oh dear. Not that I'm always against it. If I find someone amazing who looks like she was sent by Adios herself, then I'll go all in, absolutely. You worry me, mate. Oh, hello. Philia? Those two might look like polar opposites at first glance, but actually make for an amazing pair. Now, who's going to make the first move, huh? Oh, my imagination is already running wild with the possibilities. No, bad Philia, bad Philia. Almost fell back into my bad habit. Goddess, I beg of you, please forgive this wretched, sinful soul.
More than the sweetest of wines.
Which one is going to make the first move? I can imagine how this might play out, but the suspense is killing me. That being said, people like that who are so oblivious drive me completely up. No, I mustn't say it. It's wrong for a sister to even think like that. Bad Philia, bad Philia. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. All the fashion magazines are taking so many cues from the film festival lately. It's really obvious. They keep putting out all these specials about what actresses were wearing there and stuff. Definitely, I mean, it made such a huge splash. I can totally understand it. Remember that article about beating the summer heat that talked about what Central Easterners like to wear? Yeah, that definitely looked like the stuff you'd find walking around Tharbad for sure. Isn't there also something about the effects that the festival was gonna have on entertainment in general? You mean the one about the entire industry becoming more active, not just movies? Yeah, I can see it. There are more idols and bands and stuff. Sounds like the film festivals inspired people like that to be bold and try all kinds of new things. Wow, there's so much out there now. Not that I'm complaining. As long as I enjoy it, that's what counts. Hey, not to change topics, but did you get the impression Peter might not show up today? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. My brother hardly ever talks about any trends with me, despite the fact that they're always changing. If he's gonna write for other sections of the paper, he could at least write about the fun stuff for the entertainment section or something, you know? Honestly, it might be better to not have Peter around sometimes. I mean, he can kill the mood with even the littlest things. I like him, but having to deal with the guy can be a little much. Jeez. That young boy from Aramis started working here this summer. I think he's on the student council. He's not the handiest member of the staff, but he's a diligent kid with a good head on his shoulders. Although I haven't seen him much lately, sad to say. Guess the council's got their hands full at the moment. Regardless, he's still a bit wet behind the ears. Oh, but I mean that in a nice way. Do you?
Welcome.
Welcome.
I hope to see you again.
Albert's clearly living his life to the fullest, even if some days are probably better than others. It's fun to watch him do his thing. Can't help but root for him.
I see.
I see. Hey, you're that Spriggan! Why are you here? No, more importantly, why are you dragging Anya's around town, huh? Oh, great, it's the annoying stick in the mud kid. Didn't realize you worked here. Don't point fingers at me. I'm just earning my keep and she decided to tag along for the ride. I'm warning you, you better not. Albert, I think you might want to use your inside voice. Yeah, it's rude to yell at people, you know? Shut up. Shut up. Listen. If you put Anya's in any danger at all, I will have some choice words for you. Very choice words. Understood? Loud and clear, kiddo. Might be best to keep everything that happened in Tharbad under our hats. Indeed. I also doubt he would be too pleased to learn of our numerous skirmishes with the Mafia. Right. I'll make it a point to be careful what I say around him.
Indeed.
Indeed. I just can't bring myself to trust someone as shitty as you. If anything happens to Anya's, you're going to have to answer to me, understand? At least his heart's in the right place, I guess? Just chill, mate. Chill. Dude, did you hear there's a dark secret underground district and it's hidden somewhere around town? Oh yeah, I know all about that supposed place. They say it's a haven for criminals and mafiosos. Everybody loves to talk about it, but there's no way such a place is real, in my opinion. Hey man, you never know. What might look like your regular everyday entertainment district could be hiding something underneath. That's probably what's going to be happening with the gin stuff. Probably. You have a way of bumping into those sorts of things. You sure you haven't wandered into the place by accident or something? No, I haven't, and I don't want to anytime soon either. Can we talk about something else? Wendell, maybe you, yeah, I wish I had your luck running into exciting stuff. Let me have some of it. I just like bicycling and want to enjoy my hobby in peace. Wish Sloth would knock it off with that kind of talk. even if it's all just rumors. I don't want anything remotely to do with that stuff. Ugh. Dear, oh dear. What's with all these odd jobs? Did that part-timer girl put me up to this? What a hassle. I guess there's only so much you can handle, but still. I'll take your order whenever you're ready.
Well,
Is there something on the menu that catches your eye?
Do you know what you want? I hope to see you again.
Oh.
Tastes great.
I'm gonna check upstairs first. It's like, what's going on there? Hello.
Sister cuisine is delicious.
Kahan's so stiff and serious, and he tries so hard to ignore me, but that's about to change. I just took all the last month's unfiled leaflets and sales slips and dropped them in his lap. I bet he's freaking out right this second. Once I offer to help him out of his jam, he'll have to notice me. Well,
Very well.
I don't think it's gonna work the way you think, but okay. You want information on Edith's criminal underbelly? I think you may have walked into the wrong place, Inspector. We're just a humble Eastern restaurant. Don't give me that bull. I know for a fact that this place is a front for Heiwei. So start talking or we'll have to make you talk. Is that a threat? Well, you're free to come down on us all you like, but it won't get you anywhere. I'll say this though, I respect your determination. I think I'm starting to understand why your superiors aren't so fond of you. You hail from the Central East, correct? Every day must be a battle at your workplace. Can it, lady? He doesn't need pity from some mafioso scum. Wait, this place is a front for Heiwei. Why am I only now learning this? And now I'm bummed out. This is where my last girlfriend broke up with me. Detective, please, shut up. I'll give you two options, cooperate or don't. I'd pick the former if you care about your future. I like a man who can get fired up. Very well, I'll throw you a bone. It's information that's already known to the CID, but they seem to be too cowardly to act on it. I really don't like your tone. Fine. We'll take what we can get. Any information is better than none. Oh dear. You all again. I would not recommend loitering around here. As far as I'm concerned, you're just as suspicious as the people running this joint. Keep your sleuthing around to a minimum if you don't want to end up on the wrong side of the law again. Do I make myself clear? Crystal. The inspector sure is pushing his luck. I'm sure the higher-ups will have a few choice words for him if they hear about this. But at least it's more productive than lazing around at the station. Plus, I've got a score to set with Almata for what they pulled on us back in Tharbad. Now, the more I think about it, the more I feel like I have to go along with the inspector. Count me in. Nope, not you. No, not you again. Why did the camera change? Right. It's like I have to run at the wall to do it. I wouldn't want to be that SID detective. That's his work cut out for him. I'm rooting for him, though. If the police are able to contain the mafia, that'd be quite the boon for us. Perhaps I'll see what I can do to help, insofar as circumstances allow me. Very well. What we got around here? Blue? I heard a lot of crazy stuff went down at the film festival. It was the first time I ever felt worried about my dad. For all the bad blood there is between us, because I'm not against at least sitting down and asking him about what happened. Go speak to him. Man, I am so pathetic. How can I be friends with those two girls and yet so bad at reading their minds? I'm such a doofus. Aww. Don't beat yourself up too much, mate. Alright. Oh, it looks like the movie theater changed its banners. Hey, you're right. They were for Golden Blood before, but now they're showing Wolves Requiem? Could that be as a result of the awards at the Tharbad Film Festival? That's what I put my money on. It's been like that with the other film festivals too. Whatever movie takes the top prize always sees a big jump in moviegoers. Plus, for as popular as Golden Blood has been, its box office earnings were starting to taper off anyway. So it makes sense they'd switch out the banners now to promote the latest hot thing. That's true. I've been seeing all kinds of things leaning in that direction lately, not just movie theaters. Feels like every magazine lately is publishing interviews and specials about Nina. At this point, she must be getting as much media exposure as Judith. But that's probably her agency striking while the iron's hot and getting her out there, you gotta figure. Especially while Judith's got tabloids like Buzz Raider going to town on her, writing pretty much whatever they please. Whatever indeed, I saw a headline recently that claimed she was brooding after she lost the award for Best Actress to Nina. Really? I don't think she'd be like that if you ask me. No. Exactly, if anything I imagine it would light a fire in her to work even harder. Hell, I've seen those rags claim she's even got herself a boyfriend these days. What? She does? These tabloids we're talking about here. What do you think? Doesn't matter if what they publish is real or total bullshit. Long as it makes them money, that's what counts. So don't go taking them at their word. Though I gotta say, a certain someone seems awfully invested in the woman's love life. I'm not sure invested is the right word for it. It's just a little surprising to hear that out of nowhere. But you're right, it's good to be cautious with those. That was it? Right, let's see what's happening with this popcorn guy. How is the ice cream lady over there doing so much better than me? If you're going to buy anything before going into the theater, why wouldn't you make it popcorn? Everybody knows that I'm the guy who came up with the idea of eating popcorn while you watch movies in the first place. It's just not right. Maybe it's because you keep trying to bullshit your customers. Ever think of that? Jeez. Alright, let's have a look in the movie theater. Oh,
There's a new movie.
a new movie? I'm not surprised Wolves Requiem won the Best Direction award. Wasn't my choice, but better than that Golden Blood. There's no obscene content in that movie, unlike Gotti's trash. You can tell it has respect for the motion pictures that came before it. It's no match for the greatest films the medium has produced, but as a piece of mass market entertainment, it's good enough.
Thank you for your visit today.
Yeah.
The showing on screen 1 will
I must
soon
say, when the death of Vegas Films president Gaspard Dillon was announced,
proceed to the entrance.
we were all in complete shock. And that's without going into the rather dark, unfortunate rumors being reported on him as well. Even if his legacy is an imperfect one, I know for a fact that his passion for the Tharbad Film Festival was genuine. I had the chance to speak with him before he passed. His eyes lit up as he described how novel and groundbreaking the festival was going to be. It's a miracle that the film festival was still able to proceed under such trying circumstances. I'm sure he must be pleased up there in
Thank you
heaven.
for your visit today.
In heaven, you say?
The showing on screen
I'm not scared of watching Midnight Memories. Really? I'm just waiting for Mama to come back from the restroom. Going to a theater without permission is wrong, you know? If she doesn't get back in time until after it's started, that's okay. It's more fun if we watch it together.
We have
Aww.
merchandise for the movie on sale at the shop.
Alright, is that it? Yeah, there's no other dots.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your
More and
visit?
more information is beginning to trickle out about the death of President Gaspard Dillon before the Tharbad Film Festival. In the immediate aftermath, details about it were suppressed, which sent the industry into disarray. Thankfully, things are subsiding
Thank
now.
you for your visit today.
Although Vegas Films continues to be shut down for now, it looks to be only a matter of time before they bring on a new president to resume work. I imagine Salvatore Gotti's popularity as a director went a long way toward garnering the support needed to rebuild the company. At long last, Perfect Driver 2 had its big premiere, and it's already a hit.
Merchandise for the movie on sale at the
Previous
shop.
movie was certainly popular as well, but certain guest appearance in the new one is probably to thank for its big reception. Oh, let me guess. I should also mention we're now rerunning Wolves Requiem as well. That's the movie that won the award for Best Direction. Despite only being shown at night, it's drawing in audiences as large as our daytime showings, which speaks volumes about its quality.
Hello.
Welcome, can I get you a ticket for something?
Showing on screen 2 will soon begin.
What's playing right now? I kind of want to go with Perfect Driver 2. How many tickets do you wish to buy? Alright then, who should we invite? Rosette.
We have merchandise for the
Aaron.
movie on sale at the shop.
Tickets for Perfect Driver 2. It'll be 600 Mira for free.
Remember your visit.
Purchase. Van decided to let everyone loose so we could watch a movie during his work break. After inviting some company to tag along with him, they made their way to the theater. Blah, 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 blah. Movies, movies, and movies. Yes, movies, movies. Philip, with 2 L's, a young fledgling Z1 race car driver, is the son of Louis Adler, the legendary racer. Tormented by the crushing weight of his father's legacy, Philip with 2 L's rebels against him, shattering the bond they held in the process. Shortly thereafter, Louis gets into an accident and perishes on the spot. Oh dear. With little time to process the untimely death of his father, Philip with 2 L's is thrust into the Grand Prix, his focus fractured and his will dwindling. But then, in the final lap of the race, when all hope of victory was nearly lost, the words of his father echo in Philip with 2 L's mind.
The thing you gotta aim for ain't the finish line. You're gonna have to think way beyond that. If you want to be a legend, set your sights on a goal to call your own, then speed past it.
Unbelievable! Philip's taken the lead. He's passed last year's champion, Max. Look at that little Lino of his go. Something's really lit a fire in him. Nothing's gonna stop him now.
That little punk didn't even spare me a second thought. Who on earth is that kid racing here?
I found it, Dad. I found my goal beyond the finish line. I just wish I could have found it while you were still here. I'm going to leave you in the dust, Louis Adler. I won't stop racing until I override every legendary record you ever set.
I think we've all seen a film like that, haven't we? Sons definitely tend to have a different kind of relationship with their dads compared to their mums. And they really shouldn't try to force themselves to be all buddy-buddy if it doesn't come to them naturally, if you ask me. You know, speaking of dads, I don't know if I've ever heard much about yours. That's because I never knew the guy. And Gian was much more of a grandfather to me. Just goes to show you don't need a dad in your life to make life work, I guess. Huh, kind of a deep thought for you. Guess you do have a brain somewhere in that head of yours. Oh, shut up. I still feel slightly on edge after watching that film, albeit in a good way. The races were so engrossing, I could feel my hands tensing up before I even knew it. For a movie that puts the human drama front and center, they still put a lot of effort into the racing. I'd love to hop into the passenger seat with a pro driver like that sometime and feel what it's like to whip a car around like that. Gotta be wild. I will say, ordinarily I strive to provide a safe, comfortable riding experience for my clients while driving. However, if you wish for me to make an exception, I can certainly show you what I'm truly capable of. I'm gonna be real with you, Rosette. I'm more than a little tempted to take you up on it. But let's not get up to any trouble, alright? As you wish. I'm curious as well now. It looks like they're selling commemorative brochures for this movie. Maybe I should pick one up as a souvenir, Yep. Having finished their break, Van and his crew resumed their work. Lovely. Right, so I'm thinking... Oh, hello. So what do we get? Celestial Bomb for that. Is that it in terms of that? Yes. Yeah, so I'm thinking we go to the to-do list. And who do we want to do? We got Judith, Elaine, Ashen. I'm thinking Elaine. A whole bunch of new movies are releasing soon thanks to the film festival. Maybe I should check out the release schedule while I still can. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Hey there, not used to seeing you here. Oh, it's you, Van. I'm not here to watch any movies, I was just passing through after receiving a nearby assignment. That explains it. For a sec, I thought you were slacking off and sneaking in a showing. Just because you have that sort of time on your hands doesn't mean we all do. I happen to be as busy as ever. Hey, I'm plenty busy too, you know. I'm just taking a short break. Anyway, which movie caught your attention? Curious what Beauty's Blade is into these. Sorry, I can't talk anymore. I have to get back to work. Hey, I was just asking. The Mishi everyone loves is hitting the big screen. Oh. Mishi in Boots, coming to theaters this November. Well, that explains it. Can't say I'm shocked she's a little bashful about it. Nothing wrong with liking Mishi, though. Mishi. I've got an idea. Uh-oh. Sometime later. Hey again. Wow, we've met twice in one day. What are the chances? You're playing it off like it's coincidence, but I suspect this was very much deliberate. I could arrest you for stalking, you know. Oh, don't be like that. I just wanted to give you something. Here you go. Is this a Mishi plush? It's a very small one. Yep, the thing's merch for the Mishi in Boots movie that's coming next month. You can only get it in theaters for a limited time. You have no idea how long I had to wait in line for it. Why did you go out of your way to do that for me? Well, I figured you wanted one because you looked like you were dying to see it. I don't want to see it that much. But even if I did, that doesn't mean you had to get this for me. Well, that wasn't the only reason. I just have to remember about that promise I broke all those years ago. Oh. I know giving you this thing won't fully make up for it. You aren't wrong. Also, did you just refer to Mishi as this thing? Rude. Oh, sorry about that. Anyway, catch you later. Flashback. So there's a theme park in Crossbell called Michelin Wonderland. Well, that's new. And this is its mascot. Go back. What are you reading there? Looks like it's some news from Crossbell. Anyway, what's this cat-looking thing? Mishi. Looks ugly as hell. Don't tell me you like that thing. I'm allowed to like whatever I want. I'm sorry my tastes aren't up to your standards. It's always good to see you two getting along so well. Crossbell is only one station away on the Transcontinental Railroad. Why don't you take a part-time job so you can take her next year? Don't push me into it. So, what are you thinking? You really want to go? Really? You'd take me? I mean, if you'd really like to take me that badly, I suppose I can come along. You just can't be cute, can you? You want to talk, Mr. Dark and Brooding? Thank you, Van. I can hardly wait to go. Oh, so they didn't go. Does he have any idea how many years it's been since then? Still, I'm happy he remembered. Afterwards, Van reunited the others and got back to work, so it's like...
You've always been stubborn as a
they
mule.
planned to go.
Although I suppose that's reassuring.
So something
way.
happened that stopped them going. Okay, agility up. Very well. Mishi.
Hey.
Oh, I was going to say we're moving on, but I just saw you walking around. I heard some new idol group debuted around here. Sounds like they perform over at Riverside. Groups like that are definitely in vogue these days. Maybe it's a sign that instead of trying to get scouted for modeling, I should try to get an idol scout's attention. Alright, are we done here? I think we are. So, let us be away to the Seiden District.
Off we go.
Off we go. And begin the rounds here. You ask anybody on the street and they'll tell you ETWS is where the luxury is at. But the other companies want a piece of that market too. They're putting out their own high-end models. It'd be really interesting to see how they each do luxury, and you bet I'm going to be comparing their specs. Heard they're showing them off at Basil's Motor Pavilion before they hit the market. Man, I'd love to head over there someday. curious, is there a... No. Let's say like a sub-event or the blue triangle is what I was thinking. I tell you what, Vern stocks have been on a real roller coaster ride lately. It's making my head spin. One minute they have Alsame's cash out the wazoo for the film festival, and next their subsidiary gets slapped with a patent lawsuit. They've got a high floor thanks to their federal contracts, but man, they've been putting out fires left and right. And those reparation funds are a ticking time bomb. Once they dry up, all those stocks could go kaput. Their CEO is, well, let's just say he doesn't have the best reputation on the market floor. He's a real knee-jerk kind of guy, always moving to put out fires in the short term at the expense of the long term. It's bad for stability. Something's got to give there. Can't keep doing that much longer. Oh dear. That new mafia, Almata, it really gone and wrought havoc on Edith. Those guys have no moral compass at all. Peddling drugs, extorting money from innocent people. Make sure that you don't get tangled up in one of their schemes. They're getting more crafty by the day. Don't say. Now, we're no strangers to dealing with smugglers and gangs here in Edith. That just comes with the territory. But how they're lighting the whole black market on fire like that? Unless they've got some kind of stash or hideout in Edith, it just doesn't add up. Oh, you noticed, did you? Interesting. I've dealt with my fair share of reporters in my job, but that dingo Brad guy's stopping me. What's he really after? He knows more than he seems to let on from the times I've worked with him. I don't buy that he's just some meld journo. Feels like getting involved with him is only asking for trouble, though. I best keep my distance. There's all kinds of reporters out there, and we need to make sure to treat them all fairly. Some of those guys try to kiss up to us or appeal to emotion, shit like that. Sometimes they just need to back off. Confidential information is usually confidential for a reason. I mean, yeah, but... We've had an uptick in reports from victims of these just awful crimes. My heart aches when I listen to them. They really run the gamut. Fraud, assault, gang violence, business violations. Even some strange reports tracing back to the church. Criminals may be diversifying, but their targets remain the same. Poor, innocent people. Crime never changes.
Alrighty.
Of course, crime isn't all we handle. We get folks turning in lost items, asking about public services, that kind of stuff. There's a lot to handle, and it all goes through me as the receptionist here. I do my best to make sure everybody's needs are met. I try to be clear and concise with people's questions, so their visit goes as smoothly as possible.
Very well.
Very well. Oh, there he is.
Policeman looks so cool.
He's not a policeman, he's Dingo. Oh, didn't expect to run into you here. Something up? Just wanted to check out a few things before this interview I've got in Mesledom. Mesledom, huh? Sucks. What's going on over there? Just hearing the name makes me think of those guys. Yeah, shame too. That place is real beautiful. There's a great view out over the Northern Sea. Though last I heard, they've already moved their operations further inland. The police and the guild are all over them, so they're lying low for the time being. I suspect they'll be back at it soon enough. Yeah, figures. And here I thought I could finally relax for a bit. Well, you catch wind of anything on your end, I'd appreciate it if you kicked it over my way. You got it. You know, credit where credit's due. Marielle put out a pretty decent piece on Tharbed. He's been running around all over the place lately, but I guess there's a method to her madness. Yeah, it does seem to work out. Maybe it was just luck, but...
Alright.
Ugh. Ugh. Won't be doing that. No, no, no. Right. Where is she on the bridge? Painting nothing. Nothing. Art is a subtle thing. Behind the obvious shapes and colors lie abstract feelings and emotion. That's what makes artwork so important. But there are no obvious shapes and colors in your painting. Just saying. What may appear unimportant on the surface can turn out to be vital in understanding the bigger picture. You need to firmly grasp your subject. And for me, there's no subject more enigmatic than the Trion Tower. Something about it just speaks to me, and I'm driven to find out why. If I can put that abstract quality to canvas, I'll understand this feeling deep inside me and share it with the whole world. Maybe don't paint it all in the same color then? It's gonna be difficult to share if people can't really, see it. That's the only issue there. Just wondering where to go first. We'll try down here first. Just this random dot. Oh, hello, sir. Oh, yeah. Hi. Guy looks like a butler or something. What's he doing here? Seems to be waiting for someone. That's gonna be the quest. Yep. I was wondering why he was out in the middle of nowhere. It's like, huh? Why?
Welcome to Erland, sir.
Erland. The amazing thing about the EGC is that all the clothes you see the models wearing, you can go and buy for yourself. So it's more like an expo than a fashion show, and it's big PR for the brands. In the fashion industry, it's one of the biggest events of the year. I'll be doing more than just attending this year. I'm helping out as a staff member. Just 2 months left until opening day. I gotta work hard. This needs to be everything that a girl could dream of. The Edith Girls Collection, or EGC, is an ode to fashion design. All the biggest brands strut their stuff there. This will be my 5th show, but it never ceases to get me all hyped up when the time rolls around. I was actually involved in the very first EGC. It was a very formative experience for me. In a roundabout way, I have the EGC to thank for launching my own career.
We have full confidence in our products.
Do you? Like, nah, we got the pink hair and everything, didn't we?
We await your next visit.
Do you? Well, get some new stuff in. I would appreciate it. We'll wait on the quest. The 4 SPG. Kirk's got talent, but his stubborn streak isn't making him any friends. Well, aside from Simon and me, anyway. Guess that quirk of his is what makes him interesting. He acts all standoffish, but then every so often he turns into this spoiled little kid. He just refuses to eat peppers. Can you believe that?
Here we are with the latest in traffic.
I can believe that, yeah.
These are the most recent reports on the road, courtesy of
That's all you've got. Don't you catch on after losing over and over again. God, does I hate his arrogant arse. But I gotta admit, he's good. That ain't just dumb luck. Simon's probably the only one who can take him on at this point. But Kirk, a little advice from someone who's been around longer than you. Pride comes before the fall. Sounds like you've just mad because you're bad. But thanks for the advice. Hate to say it, but I'm just built different from most of the players here. Anybody can practice here, of course, but man, sometimes it gets hard to practice with those guys around. I can feel their jealous eyes on me. Is Simon really the only player good enough for me? I don't really care if somebody's talented or just a physical freak. Just give me something. Jeez. Oh, it's you. Hey, thanks for helping out with that whole thing with Mark. Yeah, those boys he got wrapped up with are still going and causing trouble, if you can believe it. They're just acting like nothing happened after they sent one of their own guys to die. Makes me want to puke. And they're still getting new members. Guess some numbnups out there still think they're cool.
Well,
We ain't all got clean rap sheets, but that doesn't matter here. We leave it all on the court. Everybody has stuff on their plate, but you can find common ground. Find a place where you belong, if you just get help and talk to people. But the gangs don't give a shit about that. They just drag people down and don't let go, being miserable for the sake of it. Makes me sick. That ain't no road to recovery. It's just a downward spiral. Oh dear. Just the music coming in for a second there. Oh, there's quite a few people over here. Oh, it's Alvis. That's where he went. Okay. Well, I'm stuffed, I'm set, and I've got 2 hours to burn before my next job. Guess I've got some time for that little thing you asked me about. Oh yeah, sorry for asking when you're so busy. Be a big help if you could, though. Come on, loosen up now. You're a B rank, right? Gotta learn to be more casual on the job and let the rank speak for itself. Now let's see if you can keep up with my full course treatment. Yes, sir. This is like a general lane level client I'm working with here. Can't mess this up. You've got a long way to go, but you won't do yourself any favors by rushing your steps. Take it at your own pace, get me? Old Man Hazel has a good eye, you know. That promotion will come around when you're ready for it. Oh, I know. Just want to get this monkey off my back, you get me? I've wanted this promotion for a while. Really want to land on Elaine's radar soon. If I can get her to train me, I'll be on the fast track to a promotion. What was that? Oh, nothing. Yeah. Oh dear. You know, I've been wondering, how come you switched to skewers at night? I mean, it still tastes good, but why only at night? I'm a sober man, so that's what I sell during the day. But I had some regulars telling me they wanted some skewers to go with their drinks after work. So I threw them a bone, and here we are. Damn, that's dedication. And dedication is what you need. If you want to be the best, better than the rest, then ooh, dedication's what you need. Not every vendor goes out of the way for customers' requests like that. Hey, so I think you could start stocking some Eastern Sweets customer request? Sorry, request declined. Why though? Why? He's a customer. I'm a sober man and that's all I've got. Sweets aren't my real forte. Oh, alright then. If I'm doing a customer request, I want to do it right. I'm just not the guy to ask for those, sorry. Well, at least we got the answer to that.
Hey,
Thank you, Falcom.
Thanks, pal.
Because again, it's like, my thought process is there. It's like, why? And it's like, oh, well, just ask again and you will get the answer. Like, oh. Phew, that request from the Vern Company is really taking the lion's share of my attention. And upper management is already at their wits' end with the litigation debacle. Red Star and ETWS are poised to cause even more problems if we don't keep their power and foreign ties in check. But then there's the rub. We find that perfect balance and we put a king's ransom in our pockets. This case is proving to be a cut above what we usually handle. I like to be there in the thick of it to make sure it all goes smoothly. Perhaps a little pick-me-up first wouldn't hurt. Not sure about that. Well, see you around. Gotta be careful, I was hurting my throat then. Rumsford is out of the office at the moment, I noticed. I can help you with whatever security concerns you may have, or if you have a service request, you can reach out to Cremona. The young miss really worries me lately. Is everything alright with her? Ooh, Rumsfeld left me in charge here, but would I be more help out there? Ooh, assuming that's to do with the request, the 4SPG. The young miss would normally be hanging around in the lobby at this time of day. And she's not in her penthouse either. Where could she have gone, I wonder? Yeah, it's gonna have something to do with that then. It's a little early for her usual walk, and she's been gone far longer than usual. Rumsfeld has been acting strangely too. Something smells fishy. So, Polanski, do you really think the Republican Party has a shot at taking the chambers back? The Patriot League plays everything close to the chest, and I'm sure you've heard those grumblings about some mysterious Vern contract. I'm worried that we'll be left behind if we don't follow suit. We have to respond, don't we? I understand that, Jennifer, but I assure you, the party is not just sitting idly by. Look before you leap, as they say. A better opportunity may be waiting just around the corner. A politician must be decisive, but not hasty. He must know when the time is right. Is that party policy or just your personal approach? Oh, it's just my intuition speaking. I suspect you'll get similar answers from my fellow partymen, though. We've taken away plenty of hard lessons from those long years under Rocksmith, to say nothing of the current administration. Politics is all about negotiating and bargaining. You need to know how and when to play your cards, and indeed when not to. Alrighty. That old fox thinks he's some big shot just because he's cushy with Rocksmith. He's about as far across the aisle from Rocksmith as one could possibly be, but it could be my in. Oh dear. Jennifer seems to be expecting me to make a move, announce some big initiative. It's the heart of the party. But speaking from experience, I prefer not to be so rash. The bigger picture is more complicated than she makes it out to be. Usually is. I understand she has her own interests, her own agenda to push, but she could stand to think a little more critically about this. Alright, so... I think we're done. For now. Yeah. We'll use this as a place to end the part then. And over in the next part, what we'll do is obviously the 4 SPG we've got around here, which is going to be, you know, to do with what's going on at the hotel. Like, where has she gone? That sort of thing. That's what that's going to be about. So we'll get that done, assuming, you know, we have time to spare, because I imagine we will. We'll then head on over back to Old Town and see about carrying on the main story. That's the plan, at least. So we shall... we shall see you then. Ta-ra for now.